Hello, Arsenal Stage News. Welcome back again. If you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscriber button below and your thought in comment section. Here we go. Arsenal ready to pounce for Rodrygo, but only on loan. Arsenal could be set to make a surprise move for Real Madrid forward Rodrygo, but only if the Brazilian becomes available on a temporary deal. The 24-year-old's future at the Bernabeu has been thrown into doubt after slipping down the pecking order under new manager Xabi Alonso. Once seen as a key attacking option, Rodrygo has found starts hard to come by this season, featuring in the starting Yerendesin just once during Real Madrid's Club World Cup campaign. Alonso's array of attacking talent, including Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and Jude Bellingham, has made competition fierce, leaving Rodrygo struggling for game time. Reports in Spain suggest Real Madrid are open to listening to offers for the forward, though they have not actively tried to push him out. Earlier in the summer, it was claimed Los Blancos would only sanction a permanent exit if they received a bid of around £78 million. A loan deal has never been their preferred option, but that is exactly the route Arsenal are considering. According to The Times, the Gunners are continuing to monitor Rodrygo's situation closely. Mikel Arteta's side had appeared to move on from a potential swoop after signing Noni Madueke earlier this summer and making Crystal Palace star Eberechi Eze a priority target. However, with a deal for Eze now looking less likely, Arsenal could shift focus back towards a natural wide attacker, bringing Rodrygo firmly back into the conversation. Arteta is thought to be interested in adding more versatility and depth to his front line, but Arsenal's hierarchy would only make a move if a loan agreement could be reached. This would allow the club to bolster their squad without committing to a massive outlay in the current transfer window. For now, Real Madrid's stance remains uncertain. Alonso has publicly downplayed speculation about Rodrygo's future, insisting that recent omissions from the starting lineup were tactical choices rather than indications of an impending exit. Speaking during the Club World Cup, he explained, "The fact that he didn't play again was a decision based on the game. The way things were going, we needed a different player. Throughout this championship, there haven't been any decisions about the future. We haven't rotated much." Arsenal are not the only Premier League club keeping tabs. Liverpool reportedly approached Rodrygo's representatives after failing in their pursuit of Newcastle striker Alexander Isak. ESPN Brazil even claimed that personal terms had been agreed with the Anfield club, though no official bid has been lodged. With the Spanish giants possibly softening their stance on the asking price, a summer departure cannot be ruled out entirely. But unless Real Madrid agree to a loan, Arsenal's interest may remain just that, interest, while the player's future continues to hang in the balance. Arsenal fans protest outside court as Thomas Partey faces rape charges. Former Arsenal midfielder Thomas Partey appeared at Westminster Magistrates Court on Tuesday morning after being charged with multiple counts of rape and sexual assault. His court appearance comes just days after Arsenal released him from the club, 4 days before the charges were officially brought against him. Partey, 32, faces 5 counts of rape involving 2 women and 1 count of sexual assault involving a 3rd woman. The alleged incidents are reported to have occurred between 2021 and 2022, during the time he was contracted as an Arsenal player. The Ghanaian international denies all charges against him. During the hearing, Partey stood in the dock wearing a black zip-neck jumper and displayed no visible reaction as the charges were read aloud. He was not required to enter a plea at this stage. The court heard serious allegations, including claims of anal rape. Partey was granted conditional bail ahead of future proceedings. Outside the court, a group of Arsenal supporters gathered to protest the club's handling of the situation. Some fans expressed anger at what they see as a delayed or inadequate response from the club, considering the severity of the accusations. Placards and chants called for greater accountability and transparency from the Arsenal hierarchy. The protest underscores ongoing concerns among fans and the wider football community regarding how clubs deal with serious allegations involving their players. Arsenal have yet to issue a new statement following Partey's court appearance, but the case has already sparked intense public and media scrutiny. Arsenal's busy summer transfer window continues to make headlines, with fresh developments emerging around Eberechi Eze, Jakub Kiwior, and Fabio Vieira. Having already spent nearly £200 million in a bid to close the gap to Premier League champions Manchester City, the Gunners are still looking to reshape their squad under Mikel Arteta. The North London club have been active in the market, bringing in high-profile names like Victor Gyökeres, Martin Zubimendi, Noni Madueke, Christian Mosquera, Christian Norgard, and Kepa Arrizabalaga. At the same time, several players have moved on, including Nuno Tavares and Marquinhos, while veterans like Jorginho, Kieran Tierney, Thomas Partey, and Takehiro Tomiyasu have been released. Eze transfer standoff Crystal Palace midfielder Eberechi Eze has been a top target for Arsenal this summer. However, according to The Sun, a deal is far from imminent. While Eze is reportedly open to staying at Selhurst Park, Arsenal's reluctance to meet his £68 million release clause has stalled any progress. Palace have made it clear they are under no financial pressure to sell, and unless a firm offer is presented, the 26-year-old could remain in South London for another season. Eze impressed last campaign, scoring 14 goals and providing 11 assists in 43 appearances across all competitions. His creativity and versatility would be a valuable asset to Arteta, but unless Arsenal revisit their stance, they may be forced to pursue alternative midfield targets. Kiwior deal collapses. Meanwhile, Arsenal defender Jakub Kiwior appeared set for a move to FC Porto earlier in the window. However, that deal has now collapsed. As reported by Ebola, Porto were interested in securing the Polish international's services, but walked away after Arsenal demanded €30 million, £26 million, for the 24-year-old. Instead, the Portuguese club opted to sign Jan Bednarek from Southampton for a more modest £6.5 million. Kiwior, who joined Arsenal from Spezia in January 2023, has found opportunities limited but was recently described as exceptional by Arteta. His future at the Emirates remains uncertain, with potential suitors possibly returning later in the window. Vieira set for Stuttgart switch? Finally, Fabio Vieira could be nearing a permanent departure from Arsenal. The Portuguese midfielder, who joined from Porto in 2022, is in talks with Bundesliga side Stuttgart, according to The Athletic. Vieira spent last season on loan back at Porto, contributing 11 goal involvements, but has failed to cement a place in Arsenal's plans. Negotiations between the two clubs are ongoing, with a transfer expected if terms can be agreed. At just 25, Vieira still has time to rebuild his career, and a move to Germany could provide the regular playing time he needs. Arsenal make inquiry for Fermin Lopez as Premier League rival prepare £61 million bid. Arsenal have reportedly made an inquiry over the potential signing of Barcelona midfielder Fermin Lopez, according to French journalist Sébastien Vidal. The 21-year-old is attracting strong interest from several Premier League clubs following an impressive breakout season at the Camp Nou. Chelsea are also said to have expressed their interest, while Manchester United are reportedly preparing a formal bid worth £61 million. The Red Devils appear the most advanced in their pursuit, with their offer potentially testing Barcelona's resolve. Despite Barcelona's desire to keep hold of Lopez, the club's ongoing financial difficulties could force them to consider serious offers. The Catalan giants are under pressure to balance their books and make room for other signings, and a sizable bid for one of their academy products could help ease their situation. For Arsenal, Lopez would offer another exciting midfield option as Mikel Arteta looks to further strengthen his squad. The Gunners have already added depth in midfield, but the chance to sign a young dynamic talent like Lopez is one they are monitoring closely. With the transfer window still open, this developing situation could spark a bidding war between some of England's biggest clubs. Thomas Partey is set to join Spanish club Villareal on a free transfer just 2 days before he is scheduled to appear in court over serious legal charges. The 32-year-old Ghanaian midfielder, who recently departed Arsenal after the expiration of his contract, has reportedly agreed to sign a 2-year deal with the La Liga outfit, keeping him at the club until 2027. Partey has already undergone a medical and is expected to be unveiled by Villareal shortly. His decision to return to Spain, where he previously played for Atletico Madrid, was significantly influenced by his desire to continue competing in the UEFA Champions League. Villareal finished 5th in La Liga last season, securing qualification for the competition, making them an attractive destination for the experienced midfielder. During his time at Arsenal, Partey made 167 appearances, scoring 9 goals, including a memorable strike in a North London derby win against Tottenham. He joined the Gunners in 2020 for a fee of $45 million and became a key figure in Mikel Arteta's midfield as the club transformed into Premier League title contenders. Despite interest from clubs in Europe and the Middle East, as well as late attempts from Arsenal to keep him, an agreement on a contract extension could not be reached. Talks reportedly fell through despite both parties working to find a solution until the final stages. However, Partey's move comes under the shadow of serious allegations. Shortly after his departure from Arsenal was confirmed, it was announced that he had been charged with 5 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault. These charges stem from an investigation that began in February 2022. Partey has denied all allegations and is expected to appear at Westminster Magistrates Court on Tuesday, August 5th. When asked about the situation, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta maintained the club had handled the matter appropriately. The club was very clear in its statement. "There are a lot of legal matters that are very complicated, so I cannot comment on any of that," he said. When further pressed on whether the club had followed the right process, Arteta responded, 100%. Meanwhile, Arsenal have been active in the transfer market as they look to reinforce their squad following Partey's departure. Martin Zubimendi has arrived from Real Sociedad, providing a technically gifted option in midfield. Christian Norgard has also joined from Brentford, offering further depth. In attack, Mikel Arteta has secured the signings of Victor Gyökeres from Sporting Lisbon and Noni Madueke from Chelsea to add more firepower as Arsenal continue their pursuit of silverware. According to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, the Gunners have reportedly made initial contact to express their interest in the 18-year-old center-back, who recently extended his contract with Rennes until June 2029. While a deal is not imminent, Arsenal are keeping close tabs on the teenager's development as they plan for the future. Jacquet is considered one of the most promising defensive talents in France and has impressed at youth levels with his physical presence, composure on the ball, and strong positional awareness. Rennes are keen to retain the youngster's services long-term, as indicated by the recent contract extension, but interest from a Premier League club like Arsenal could test their resolve. Arsenal's interest is seen as part of their broader strategy of investing in emerging talent, with sporting director Edu Gaspar and manager Mikel Arteta both committed to building a young, competitive squad for the long term. However, any concrete move for Jacquet may depend on potential departures in the current defensive lineup. Players such as Jacob Kiwior or Nuno Tavares, who could be sold or loaned out this summer, might influence whether the Gunners accelerate a transfer for the Frenchman. Alternatively, Arsenal could opt to monitor Jacquet's progress for another season or two, potentially targeting a move in 2026. This approach would allow the player to gain more first-team experience at Rennes, while Arsenal continue evaluating their own defensive needs. Although still at an early stage, Arsenal's interest in Xhaka underlines their commitment to scouting elite young talent across Europe. Should Xhaka continue on his current trajectory, he could emerge as a top target for the North London club in the near future. Meanwhile, Newcastle manager Eddie Howe has responded to Arsenal and Liverpool's rejected bid for Alexander Isak, which was turned down by the club's board. He said, "I think from my situation, I am very much removed from everything that is happening back home. I was made aware there was a bid yesterday. That bid was turned down before I heard about it. There are people back in England dealing with the situation.